Johnson sneaking his way in, also Kurt Busch back there in 7th. These guys are all on the lead lap trying to get around Kenseth, Kane, and Biffle. Oh, there's a wreck. 10 car over on his lid.
Greetings, I'm Smithers, and welcome to another NR2003 career mode video. Now I've got something different, something new planned for this video. Don't worry, this is still a Sprint Cup race at Bristol under the lights, but this is going to be more from a commentator's point of view. I've done this briefly from when I've crashed out and DNF'd out of a race or for the All-Star Open, but this race that you're about to see is one of triumph and one driver's desire to keep his foot in it. I did this race in preparation for the Cup cars at Bristol to record it the following day, but this was just too good of a race to pass up and not let you guys see. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but this has to be the greatest race that I've ever ran on NR2003. The Irish Hills of Michigan bitch slapped the hell out of half of our drivers currently locked into the chase. Some of them had a great points cushion above the cut line, but now they're vulnerable to getting knocked out of the top 12 if these next 3 races don't play out in their favor. Denny Hamlin just got cleared to get back into his number 11 FedEx Toyota from an injury back at Chicagoland. He had a great qualifying run, but wasn't expecting Johnson to set it 4 wide into turn 1 on lap 1. They made contact and both went towards the wall, taking everyone out above them, causing carnage, and multiple cars were flipping down the back straightaway of Michigan. Luckily, everyone walked away with just a little bit of soreness and no injuries at all. It was Smithers who was out front after the caution on lap 1, stayed out while others went down pit road to top off on fuel and make adjustments. The number 10 Valvoline Dodge was out front until his scheduled pit stop midway through the race on lap 25, coming down 1 lap before their competition. There was either a driver error or brake system failure with the number 10 car because he blew through his pit box, costing valuable time, and fell way back to 30th position. But as the field cycled through their stops, Smithers was ripping and tearing along the wall trying to get speed built back up, and he was passing multiple cars a lap. Unfortunately, with running hard, it came with some consequences. The young, eager driver had burned up too much fuel, and with the team strategy, they had to turn around and start saving just to get to the end. He was still gaining positions as others couldn't make it to the end on fuel, and managed to get a top 10 finish still running across the line. The night race at Bristol is always a race you're going to want to watch amongst the NASCAR schedule. Without a doubt, my races at Bristol have been full of dense racing that mostly lead to a wreck fest, but since I've changed versions of the track, it's been going a little bit smoother. Both races have had a little bit of everything and fun as hell to race on from behind the wheel, having long green flag runs and a shootout to the finish. In both races, the most dominant car/truck did not even get the checkered flag either. We are live at Bristol Motor Speedway. 43 drivers are currently getting strapped into their race cars for NASCAR's second trip to the last great Coliseum in 2008. Including tonight's race, 3 races are left in the regular season. Moments away from getting Bristol Night underway, next week will be Atlanta Super Speedway. To end the regular season, we're going to be finishing it up down in Myrtle Beach. That big lap 1 crash in Michigan last week really closed up the battle here for the chase for the Sprint Cup. The top 4 guys are kind of pretty much cushioned in to make it into the chase. Mathematically, they still could fall out if they have 3 really bad finishes in the next 3 races, but other than that, Johnson, Stewart, Kyle Busch, and Burton are pretty much guaranteed. Even myself, I'd throw in there in Biffle, but with us, we could have 2 bad finishes and these guys could be finishing up front, and we could fall out of the top 12 pretty easily. Casey Kane and Brian Vickers are realistically the only ones that have a shot to kind of point their way or get themselves in. McMurray and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are 50 points plus out, so they're going to have a lot of work to do in 3 races to try and make up that gap. Points are going to get reset soon, but everyone's been pretty close this season as far as the top 12 drivers have gone, and then there's been that big gap from 12th on down to 13. Seems like our chase contenders have been pretty obvious throughout the entire season. Hamlin had a scary comeback last week in Michigan, but looks to turn things around, starting with getting the pole for tonight at Bristol. These 2 drivers have participated in every race this weekend, fighting for the lead, and in both races, neither of them claimed a trophy. Could one of them walk away with the biggest one of the weekend tonight? The newest manufacturer to enter NASCAR is only 12 points away from taking the points lead for the first time since entering the sport at the beginning of last season. Smoke has been getting it done and trying to stop Johnson's streak before leaving for Stewart-Haas next season. In 3 starts for Smithers at Bristol in a Cup car, he has finished all over the grid. His first race didn't go so great, got wrecked early and finished 35th. His second race didn't go as planned, got wrecked again, survived, and somehow came up runner-up right behind Jimmy Johnson. Then earlier this season, as Kyle Busch grabbed his first checkered flag in the 18 car, Smithers came across 12th. The nighttime is the right time for short track racing, and these drivers better have those gauntlets tight and ready for 125 rounds in the concrete ring, duking it out with 42 other drivers. Bristol Motor Speedway, nicknamed the world's fastest half mile for its high speeds on its short racing surface, opened up to NASCAR for its first race in 1961, and its first night race was held in 1978. Darrell Waltrip holds the record at this joint and won 12 races at the Concrete Coliseum throughout NASCAR's history. Up-and-coming Kyle Busch has shown out throughout all 3 series that he can challenge that record. Drivers are strapped in. Let's hear the command to start the engines and get things fired up for the Bristol night race on Smithers NR2008.
This is Bristol, so let's get ready to rumble! And 4 man goes to the loading clear, Mr. Busch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As they deliver the words we've all been waiting to hear.
The pace car is leading our drivers off of the pit road and onto the racing surface. Drivers won't have to worry about fuel saving like they did last week in Michigan. During their scheduled pit stop, 1 can of Sunoco fuel will get them to the end. With the 2 times wear factor implicated in the system for this racing series, tire wear will be a factor for this race, as these drivers are going to have to worry about them right sides getting eaten up and torn up on the high concrete banks of Bristol. Eyes are on the front row, lights on the pace car are off. Flagman's got the green flag in his hand, and we're going green. Denny Hamlin takes the green flag in his Joe Gibbs Racing number 11 Toyota, and he gets a clear head shot. Matt Kenseth falls right in line. Oh, 10 car gets into the fence a little bit. Whoa! Bunch of cars getting to the wall back here in the back. No caution. No caution at all. They're all still going straight, and we're still going green. Don't take your eyes off the screen just yet. We still got cars going off course. Something happened to the 43 at Labonte. Oh, he's coming back over to the track into the 6 car. Massive wreck into turn 1. Big pile up. Caution's out this time. I see at least 4 cars sideways. Hamlin's going to come across the line, grab the yellow flag, and solidify his lead. And the rest of the field's going to come across, and we're going to re-rack him and try this start again. Let's go take a look at the replay and uncover a couple of the incidents that took place here on lap 1. Alright, so we're taking a look back here at the 43 of Bobby Labonte. Oh, he gets hooked by the 6 of Reagan, smacks the wall, and Labonte just drives right back up into the track into the 6 and cleans him out. Takes 2 Roush cars out. Wow. And then everyone just had nowhere to go, no room to stop or slow down, and just got piled into it. Looking at the Cheerios onboard cam with the 43 car, riding with Bobby Labonte, assuming he's going to get tapped right here, right to the inside wall, smacks the door pretty square, and then he's hunting for that 6 car, immediately swipes him out and takes him right out into his teammate. Blocks the whole track behind him, and he continues on. Even though we barely made it a lap, I seen the first 3 guys sending it down pit road, so I did myself, and wound up making a pit strategy, getting 4 fresh tires, filling her up, and I made a slight wedge adjustment to get my car to turn a little bit better. 4 tires wasn't exactly what everyone else's plan was. Everyone else just took a splash of gas, maybe a couple of tires, but definitely didn't make a good call, because that sent me straight to the back all the way into 14th position, and I was in 4th. I lost 10 spots due to this pit stop, but hey, having 4 fresh Goodyears is not a bad call at a concrete short track. As we're getting lined up and ready for the restart, I noticed that a bunch of the guys that I was just racing for position are coming up, lining up down on the inside line for the lap cars. Now, I don't have the better cautions mod on, so this isn't a 2x2 side-by-side restart. So I was wondering why these 5 guys here were on the inside row and they were a lap down. So I had to go back and look. So you can see they're all coming down pit road just like we are. Normal pit stop, Kenseth was right behind Denny Hamlin, and even Clint Boyer there's too. So I sped up the pit stop cycle real quick. There goes everyone else, including myself, who took a 4-tire stop. They didn't even take 4 tires. I don't know what was taking them so long. But here comes the pace car on the racetrack back there, and it starts jacking everyone up, and everyone that's behind the pace car has to stop and wait because they just put themselves a lap down. 29 of Harvick, 16 of Biffle, Kane, Kenseth, and Boyer. But Hamlin takes the restart, the green flag here,
And I got Kyle Busch and Stewart behind him, but not too many guys that stayed up on the high side. They all followed in behind the guys on the inside line, the lap cars. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Stewart. Also Edwards back there. Sadler's having a great day for once. That is a surprise that the 19s even cracked the top 5. Johnson sneaking his way in. Also Kurt Busch back there in 7th. These guys are all on the lead lap trying to get around Kenseth, Kane, and Biffle. Oh, there's a wreck. 10 car over on his lid. Wreck on the back straightaway. 41 car Sorensen also into the wall on the inside. Smithers gets the 10 car refired and out of harm's way just in time. Gonna have to get her back going again and tailed up to the tail end of the field here. We're gonna get a replay and see exactly what happened on why this 10 car was on his lid for just a second. Somehow still rolling, and that wing's not damaged somehow. Focused on the 10 car here. He's diving in low. 3 wide into turn 3. Oh, there wasn't enough room. 3 cars going for 1 spot. And he gets hung up on the 8 car. Mark Martin just flips right over. They weren't even going that fast. It was just the way the 8 car got up under the 10. Here's a shot. The inside of Mark Martin. You're going to see exactly what happened. See the 10 car peeking in right there, going right to his inside, and bam! Mark Martin gives him a few hits and just flips him right over, gets out of the way, puts her back in gear, and keeps on running. On board the Little Debbie Honey Buns Ford Wood Brothers 21 car, he also got a piece of this, got bumped and knocked right out of the way. Also same with the 41 of Sorensen, but was heading back down the track. 10 car was parked right in the way, and it's pretty cool. Got right out of the way just in time. So of course, with me barrel rolling down the back straightaway at Bristol, I had to come back down pit road and get damage repaired. Also same with the 88 of Junior and the 38 of Gillen. Not too many cars came down pit road, and this definitely sent me towards the back of the field. With the extensive repairs that I had, it almost cost me the entire race. I had to Lightning McQueen shoot out of the pit stops right before the pace car and beat him out just in time. So we're taking the green flag 15 laps into this 125 lap race, and I immediately get thrown off as Hamlin and Johnson throw it down pit road because I wasn't expecting that. Then I shoot back up into Junior, wipe myself out, and funny enough, no caution was brought out for this at all, so I had to get her whipped back around, get back into gear, and get my ass going because the leader of Ryan Newman was right there behind me. Jeff Burton was a wave round car, got his lap back during that last caution. From here on out, I was hauling ass on burnt tires because I had spun out and they were hot. Now I let this feed go live because this is some NASCAR Heat 5 bullshit. Everyone sending it down pit road just after a freaking caution coming out. I don't know why these guys were doing it. They just came down, didn't come down during the caution, but here's me nearly missing the wall there for a second on one of the laps. Hamlin just came off the pit road. This really threw off how many cars were racing on the lead lap for the rest of this race. There's me coming back around again. Hamlin's trying to get his lap back now. Johnson's coming off a pit road for a green flag stop. And Newman is still leading with the 18 of Kyle Busch right behind him. I'm starting to get a little tight running up the track there. Hamlin's trying to race to get his lap back. We're just racing side by side pretty cleanly as the rivalry's been kind of put to rest a little bit for right now. The hatchet's been buried since Hamlin was injured. But we're racing through. We're some of the fastest cars making the fastest laps at this point of the race. Newman's out here leading. He's got a pretty clean racetrack. Johnson still didn't get his lap back yet. And Stewart took over second place back there behind the 8 car. Never mind, Kyle Busch just got back second place, Edwards taking over third place, and Kurt Busch trying to sneak in there for fourth. Looking back at me and Hamlin got real aggressive, going through wide, straddling the apron and the freaking racetrack, and there goes me, getting taken out. Caution's back out again. 40 car Hamlin, myself backwards on the back straightaway for the second time of the race. Get her back going, gotta get back going before the 12 car Newman catches up to me. I don't want to get caught back a lap down, but luckily caution came out for this incident instead of like me with Junior. So guess who's getting 4 fresh tires this time and gonna be going down back pit road again. Here's a slower look at the replay here of me, Hamlin. We were hauling ass, going real fast around this track. Like I said, he got loose coming off of 2 there, 3 wide, and the 40 car and the 6 of Reagan got together. That wasn't even my fault. I was just a victim of circumstance there. Same with Hamlin getting taken out by the 40. I go nose first into the pit wall. Thank God I did not destroy my radiator and we're able to get things repaired a little bit. That splitter and all those freaking wires hanging on somehow didn't bust. And yeah, we were just facing backwards. Newman, right there, we did go a lap down. My mistake. We are now 1 lap down because the 12 car passed us. Here's your Valvoline instant oil change onboard camera with Smithers here. Hamlin's all over the place. They're trying to get around lap cars 3 wide, and then, yep, 40 car just cut the track a little short, got into the 6, and knocked the 10 car off the racetrack. Kind of like ping pong balls. Unfortunately, this did put the 10 car a lap down because he didn't get back going before the 12 car back got around by him. Even though I just spun out again, used up another set of Goodyears, I decided to stay out this time because I was going to use this caution as the wave around. Look at all the leaders. Every single leader came down to pit this time. So I used this as my opportunity to just get right back on the lead lap immediately. And it worked out because we are the wave around car, the first car in the outside row ahead of the 6 and the 5 of Casey Mears, 40. Some of these guys that just got involved also on the wave around. But Newman is the first car on the lead lap, is the leader of the race. Us 4 on the outside are just wave around cars. I take the green flag and I immediately use this open racetrack for an opportunity to try and shoot and take off and get my lap back, and I was gone. Robbie Gordon holding up the inside there and then gets moved up by Johnson, and just the leaders are stuck deep into lap traffic. Newman is piled in back here. Edwards trying to go middle 3 wide between Menard and his teammate. Ooh, cars are sending it down pit road, 70 car. Watch out. Pack is thick. It's dense racing back here as lap cars. Oh, there's a car sideways on the front straightaway. Caution's back out. That's Quapple in the 28 car. That is the 4th caution within 33 laps of this race here tonight at Bristol, and Ryan Newman in his bright blue number 12 Dodge for Penske Racing will reel back up to the back bumper of the pace car, and we'll get him restacked and try again. With all the AI making green flag pit stops, that allowed me to somehow still be in 11th place after everything that went on with myself on track, and I'm passing all these guys that are down on the bottom lane who are laps down. That's Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, freaking Casey Kane, Hamlin. All these guys went down on the lead lap on the green flag to take a pit stop, and I don't know why they did that. We've had multiple cautions so far, but that just leaves us with like 12 cars on the lead lap right now. It's just us racing for the win right now. Quite a few of these guys you normally wouldn't see up here either, like Kyle Petty, the 0-1 of Reagan Smith, Michael Waltrip up here in the top 10 running. But here we go, pace car's back off the track, and Newman's going to lead him back to the green flag. Jeff Burton on the inside trying to get his lap back. Newman got a great launch off. Burton on the inside though with a better run on the inside of turns 1 and 2, clears the 12 car, and Newman gets his lap back. Ooh, 10 car bounced off the wall a little bit. We've seen that a couple of times though. He's fine, still going straight. Newman's got a 3 car length lead on the 99 to Carl Edwards right now. Burton cleared the 12 car and he's leading this thing, but he's not the leader. He got his lap back finally. Here comes Jeff Gordon in the 24 car sliding into 3rd. Oh, we just had another car into the fence. Yellow car, 77 of Sam Hornish Jr. Things are still going straight though, but they're stacked up real bad back behind him. Smithers going 3 wide in the middle between Reagan Smith and Sam Hornish. Oh, he's sideways, got into the 77. They're still going straight though. Everything's fine, everything's good. No cars are sideways, just slow contact. Smithers still going, dive bombing into turn 3, moving the 77 up the racetrack, diamonding the corner back down. 77's in the wall, Sam's in the wall. The 10 car, Smith is making no friends trying to charge back up to the front. He's had a lot of lap traffic to try and work through just to even have contention to pass somebody for a position. He's got a clear racetrack now. His next focus is that 41 of Sam Hornish Jr. And we got a caution out. Caution flag is back out again. We're bringing him back down. Slow her down, boys. Another short green flag run. Let's see what happened. So the cause for caution, we're looking at Dario Franchitti. This is the area of focus where the caution happened at. Coming off of turn 2, 3 wide. Looks like he might have gotten a tap from the 46 of Terry Cook, and that's what hooked him into the 48 of Johnson, causing this big wreck. We've re-racked everything. How long are they going to run this time? Ryan Newman taking the charge in the green flag. Restart number 5 here at Bristol Night Race. Stewart now looking to try and get his lap back on the inside with Harvick behind him. Again, Newman in the 12 car didn't get a good run around 1 and 2 there, and he had troubles. 99 Edwards is on his back bumper now. Stewart's got his lap back. Here comes Harvick. Gordon's on the inside of the 99 car looking for 2nd. Smithers in that Valvoline Dodge is still making a charge. He's door to door with the blue deuce of Kurt Busch right now. Next position he is looking for position is the 41 of Breed. So, oh, the Kane's got into his back bumper. Kane into the wall. Massive wreck off for turn 2. Caution's back out. More cars getting involved. 45, number 9, 83 of Vickers. Man, these guys just can't chill out. One thing after another. Looking at Casey Kane in his red number 9 Budweiser Dodge. He just gets up under Smith in the 10 car and pretty much wipes himself out. Gets hit by the 48 of Johnson. Takes out another Everham teammate, a Sadler. And then here comes more Dodges. Everham's pocketbooks are going to be a little bit lighter after this week. .54 laps in, and Jeff Gordon somehow got the lead right before this caution came out, and he is bringing the field, the leaders down. Only 12 of us coming down to take pit stops, and all of us came down, including myself. I was only going to plan on making 4 tires, I think, and some fuel, normal pit stop. Didn't make any adjustments. I do have some damage from smacking the wall a couple of times to repair, but other than that, our number 10 car has been handling pretty damn good. Once again, we're cutting it very close to the freaking pace car, right across the line. I had to back up because the 20 car was a little bit close to my pit box and barely beat the pace car out once again. Come on, I'm on national TV! Elliott Sadler taking the green flag this time. He was involved in that last incident, but the team figured that getting some bonus points for leading some laps instead of getting that damage repaired was more important. Car's not too banged up too bad, but definitely could have probably, you know, cleared the fenders, gotten some 4 fresh tires on it after spinning out. And we got another car around in the back. Who was it? Caution's back out again. Yellow flag's back out. At least Sadler's going to get 1 lap led, but I saw another car spinning out. Oh, we got more wrecks going down the front straightaway. 10 car into the inside wall. Pancaked it hard. We already had the yellow flag out. What's going on, guys? Piling up into turn 1. Here we go. Looking back at what caused the caution initially. David Ruderman getting spun off the nose of the 16, a biffle. Single car incident. Nothing else transpired on this end of the racetrack. Looking at the 10 car Smithers, let's see what happened. Gordon snuck his nose in there 3 wide, and I think Smithers tried to correct it and not get hooked. Got into the 99 at Edwards, and it took himself out anyway. Caused a much bigger wreck down here on the front stretch. That car is junked. Got things slowed down a little bit in a slow-mo cam just to see. Yeah, Smith got up into the 99 at Carl Edwards. I think he was trying to avoid the 24 from getting into his rear quarter panel, and then obviously there was another car trying to go 4 wide at Bristol, and this track ain't wide enough for that. And then here he comes back down across the track in front of the 77 of Sam Hornish Jr. This number 10 has had a really rough race so far, and this just adds another nail to the coffin. This might be the final nail in the coffin for this 10 car. That back end is pretty damn fucked up. See what the team can do to get repairs. He's going to be at least 12th, so he's still in the lead lap, hasn't lost his lap, and we don't have very many cars. Every time we get a caution, though, 1 lead lap car back on. But this 10 car does have a chance to get back and try and have a chance at least getting a top 10 after one of the worst days at Bristol he's probably had. Well, I had to take my sore, jacked up race car ass down pit road and try and get the team to beat this thing back down, somehow get some aerodynamics and turning ability into this thing and make sure she don't spin out on me. Of course, getting 4 fresh Goodyears, got to assess the damage, see what's going on up under here, and we got a good valve lane team. These guys know what the fuck they're doing. They've repaired so many cars in the last 2 years. They've got this shit down packed on what to do when my car gets damaged, and they somehow still get this thing raceability and get around the track. Here we go, off pit road, second car off. Look at that, right behind Jeff Burton. Got ahead of Carl Edwards too. Speeding on the exit of pit road, 2 miles over, 10 car Smithers. We'll have to go to the tail end of the longest line. And that I did, and here I am as Kyle Petty in the 45 goes around. He's on the lead lap, got the lucky dog this time. I'm behind Stewart. Of course, I had to start back behind all the lap cars because of my penalty. I was just taking her easy right here, hanging back just a little bit. And then we're going to start ripping and tearing on the high side. You just wait for it. Right now, I'm just trying to assess kind of what the pack is doing. If anyone's trying to send it 3 wide, if anyone's going to send it down pit road, because those things both threw me off guard. I'm, of course, sending it 3 wide right now because I think I can get through it. Dive it down. Watch out, Bobby Labonte. Sending it, squeezing it 3 wide. Really tight. Almost took myself out. Newman got himself taken out right behind me again. That was a close call for me. I saw that in my mirror, and I about shit myself. Continuing on, race goes green though. See the 45 go down pit road. He just got his lap back, so I don't know why he's going back down pit road, but that again threw my perception off, and I almost fucked up that corner like I did with Junior and spun myself out for like the 5th time this race. Sending her 3 wide in between the 96 and the 6 a little bit. Fast forward a few laps, we're still charging through the field here. I've been ripping and tearing along the high side. This car woke up. I don't know if the damage helped me, but I've been ripping along the wall once I get the chance to. As far as when I have a clear racetrack, there's lap cars I'm diving under right now. Another clear racetrack, might try and send it on the 43 high side. Here we go. Going up, yep, right up towards the wall. That
first Tennessee sign right there. Try to match that, dime in the corner just a little bit, and it's been working out for this number 10 Valvoline car. The man I'm trying to hunt down is Casey Mears in the 5 car. He is the next position up ahead of me. Kevin Harvick is now your race leader. The man who was a lap down not that very long ago, then he somehow finds yourself in the lead. Might have stayed out one of the last cautions and jumped up front. This was the longest green flag run of the race. I had plenty of time to try and get around some lap cars, and here I am catching up to the 5 of Casey Mears. We, for some reason, had a rocket ship underneath us. I tapped him out of the way, give me the high side, and our car liked it up there. It really did. And that's what I used for about this whole green flag run, to try and get myself up towards the front. Getting around lap traffic any way I can, and gained 1 spot. We're now in, I believe, 9th position now. We were in 10th for so long. You saw it live on the in-car cam. Cautions out once again. 15 of Paul Menard, slow on the racetrack, misses pit road, and then comes to a complete stop right here across the checkered line. Josh Williams style, parked it on the racetrack to pull out a caution. Not sure what was going on. Gonna have to go back through team communications to see what's going on with the 15, but he got towed back. Something went on with under the hood of that car. They got her back fired up going and back on the racetrack though. There are 45 laps to go here in the Bristol night race. Kevin Harvick is your leader. Again, still 11 cars on the lead lap. Who's gonna win here tonight? Got 11 chances, and if we keep having cautions, more cars will get their laps back, and I don't think we're gonna have any more wave rounds, but we're back green flag here. Watch out for the gopher cam. Kyle Busch is taking a charge now. He's getting his lap back, same with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. It's allowing more guys to get back here. Junior's past the 29 of Harvick, and Sadler is also trying to get down in there as well. Smithers bumping the 41. He's being aggressive. Up into the wall he goes, scraping the wall, losing all that he just gained the last few laps or so. Back down to the last car in the lead lap, and he's going to try this all again. No tire rub, no smoke coming off the car. Fenders are doing okay. The tires are clear of everything, and he's just going to have to get back going and go back at it again. Here goes, ripping the high side, diving the corner, down to the bottom, upstairs to downstairs, elevator style. On the inside, he's already back there next to Casey Mears, who's got into the wall, into Kane, taking out the 10 car again. I cannot believe how many times this 10 car has been crashed tonight. Another victim of someone else's carnage right there. Mears getting into the wall. This 10 car's just had some bad luck on it. Maybe they need a different setup, different scenario for the next time they come here, but that was just, he was just racing there on the inside, ping-ponged right off his teammate into the wall. Using up all of our repair tape, radiator's fine, we're still out here running, and we've got less than 40 laps to go at Bristol, and I'm running in 12th place, last car on the lead lap. Everyone behind me is a lap down for some reason or another, or multiple laps down, and that has really been my saving graces for this race. I swear to God, if it wasn't for that, I would have been much farther down, or one of the guys multiple laps down. But I'm also know that I'm running out of time, and I'm trying to get up towards the front because I feel like I can win this race. So I bumped Casey Mears out of the way, could possibly instigate a caution right here. 40 and 5, really close. They were on each other down the whole back straightaway, but they work each other out. Everything is worked out fine. Newman's back here now, no longer the leader. He's down on the inside trying to make something happen behind the 16 of Biffle. 41 of Sorensen is for position for myself as well, and I'm trying to follow Newman on the inside to get that position. Gonna make it happen here as that inside line's been kind of taken off a little bit after the start. Another move made here on the 12 car Ryan Newman. Stuck in both lanes by Roush cars that are laps down. 16 of Biffle and the 26 of McMurray, who got involved in a wreck earlier in this race.
Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. have separated themselves from the field a little bit, taking charge and leading here at Bristol. Harvick's been starting to take over the most laps led. Truex has been following. He's been running the top 5 all night long. Gordon, Edwards, and Jeff Burton here battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're not too far behind those top 2 guys, stuck behind lap traffic. A surprise to see in the top 5, Dave Blaney, driving the number 22 Toyota Caterpillar machine. One of the older drivers in the field, having a good night tonight. And Smithers has rebounded himself up into 6th place so far. What a comeback. Reed Sorensen in the bright red Target number 41 Dodge, not up here often, is having a great night as well here in 7th place tonight at Bristol. Reagan Smith for DEI, a little bit torn up here on either side, has been in a couple of incidents, about to get turned by Stewart, but he's having a good night as well. And then Casey Mears in the 5 cars, rounding out the last car on the lead lap and the last car in your top 10, bringing you to the conclusion of the Smithers going through the field. Back focused on our number 10 in our situation, trying to go on the high side of Dave Blaney for 5th place, making another pass and another position gain to crack the top 5 for the first time in a while tonight. There are 25 laps to go here at the Bristol night race, and we're looking off the front nose of the number 10 Valvoline Dodge of Smithers, who has been our biggest mover of the race so far. He is all the way up into 6th position and is charging down, looking at the back bumper of Jeff Burton in the 31 car. These guys are battling for 3rd place, all 3 of them, the 99 and the 24. He has closed right back up, giving the tap to the 31 car, going to the high side. Now we're looking off the back bumper of the 24 Jeff Gordon as the 10 car of Smithers makes a pass on the 31 of Burton. Looking high again, using that high lane like he has been this whole second half of the race. Get on the high side of the 99. 99's on the inside of the 24 now, trying to block the 10 car, box him in to make sure he doesn't get around, trying to make quick work of these 3 guys, but they're making it difficult for him. And he's got around the 99. Does he have a nose in on the 24? 24 didn't slide up this time. He sure does. 10 car gets by 3 of them. Quick work. 1, 2, 3. New car in 3rd place. That's the 10 car of Smithers, and that's the highest he has been since the start of this race. He was up there, took a 4-tire stop, completely misjudged what the rest of the field was doing, got his car sent to the back, been through so many other troubles tonight. Now he's looking for 2nd place on Truex and going for the lead. Why not? There's a lot of lap cars there. Whoa! They're touching! Watch out, Kenseth! Whoa, they're wrecking! That's the caution, lights are on. 10 car somehow gonna take the yellow flag. Didn't think I was gonna be saying that tonight, but the 10 car Smith is now your leader. Might have something to do with that caution that just came out though. Harvick's coming up there to give him a bump to show displeasure how aggressive that 10 car just drove to get that lead. He was making moves by putting bumpers to cars and just sticking his nose into the 3 wide scenarios. Wasn't smart, wasn't great, but he was making it work. Didn't quite take anyone out until almost 4 wide scenario right there when the 84 and the 29 about got side by side. That touched everything. Everyone almost got through unscathed, but Ken's kind of overcorrected a little bit, got back up into the 00 and took out the 1 car Martin Truex Jr., who was running 2nd, having a great night tonight, but not sure that that's going to continue on now. 107 laps complete of this 125 lap race, and Smithers has taken the green flag for the first time tonight in his very beat up and damaged race car. He has had a hell of a night tonight, but it is good to see that 10 car up front. Man, he's got some speed still in that thing. Look at him take off from the 29 car. Harvick, Gordon, and Burton all got clear lap cars, and they're racing clean now. They've all broken themselves away and kind of racing it on their own here, but this 10 car's found something. Damn, this car is fast. They've already gotten almost like a half a straightaway on Harvick right now. Something's awoken in this 10 car. Everyone else is still stuck behind the lap cars. Oh, the 5 cars are out. I just saw that glimpse there. Hitting the inside wall a couple times. Caution is back out again. That is your last car who was on the lead lap and still able to get her back going. Minimal damage. I don't even know what restart this is, but we're coming down to 11 laps to go here in the race. 10 cars on the lead lap, and the 10 cars in the lead after wrecking about 10 fucking times. So if this guy gets the win tonight, by golly, he sure as hell earned it, as he takes off again. Another fantastic fucking restart by Smithers in the number 10 car. He has been on point with that flag man dropping the green flag. Harvick's trying all he can to get back up in there. I think the only challenger for this win is going to be that 29 car, but the 10 car is sneaking up out of nowhere and is taking it up from underneath him. Gordon's there back in 3rd place. Burton's falling back some distance. And there's another wreck again. The 5 car spinning, hooked again into the wall, much harder. Gets another hit from the 28 of Travis Kvapil. Caution is out again. On board with the 5 of Casey Mears, see if he has any troubles at all, or if he just gets, looks like he just got left rear hooked right down into the pit wall again. Same scenario that just happened to the caution previous, and just hang on, Mears, we're almost done with this thing. We got only a few more laps to go.
We are coming down to a 4-lap shootout as the green flag is about to drop. Could this be the final restart of the night? Who knows? Smithers takes the green flag. Harvick, Gordon, Burton, your top 4. And we got Carset sending it down pit road. Still Mears, who just got wrecked twice. But that doesn't matter. Top 4 guys, these are your guys who are battling it out for the win. The 10 car of Smithers. This is a hell of a story if he actually gets this victory here tonight. He's still pulling away from the 29 car. That is such a shock. On board with Harvick right now as we're trying to look, see if he can catch that 10 car. But that 10 car is pulling away as we can see. He's getting smaller and smaller. Edwards has some damage there on the inside. What happened to the 99? He's no longer a contender. He was up front all night long, but now with some front nose damage. Smithers in the number 10 car has now got almost half a straightaway on the 29 of Harvick. Caution is out, lights are on. What happened? Smithers, that's gonna solidify. Smithers gets the checkered flag as he takes the white. We're not gonna have enough time to do another restart. He does it. The man who spun out and wrecked like 5 freaking times gets the victory. Kane's getting up into the back end of the 28 of Quapple. That could have had something to do with the caution that just got brought out, but that 10 car Smithers is your winner. This driver took about as many stabs as a warrior could take without getting completely taken out here at Bristol. Spun out, flipped over, backed into a wall. This car does not look like it is a race-winning car whatsoever, but she's here. This just solidifies the sophomore driver into the chase for the Sprint Cup for 2008 with his 5th win on the season. This driver has been hot money since he has embarked on this journey into this NR2003 series. Looking back at the number 9 of Casey Kane, teammate to the 10 car Smith, got pinched by the 84 of Allmendinger, and that's what brought out your caution, stopping everybody on the track on the front straightaway except for Quapple, who couldn't slow his car down in time. And that's what brought out your caution, a roadblock on the other side of the track. And there I go, taking the white flag. Kane was pretty unhappy though. He came right back up and he was hunting for somebody. 28 car got out of the way. He's definitely hard charging to find somebody. 84 car maybe. Door him and tried to give him some displeasure. That's what happened to instigate that caution. But your winner for the 2008 Bristol night race will be Smithers and Ray Everham. Also, 9 cars some reason parked there on the front straightaway, but Smithers is going to do a burnout right in front of his teammate who's had a pretty bad night so far. Not sure how well Kane's going to like that, but Everham victory all around, right?
Victory!
We have a new points leader after 24 races of Jimmy Johnson being up at the top for a majority of this season, but Stewart's not up there by much, only 3 points over the 48 team. And Jeff Burton, with his constant consistency throughout the entire season long, has been able to be in 3rd place and still within contention for this championship, with no victories on his resume for this year. Kyle Busch did not have a typical kind of rowdy night at Bristol. He had great runs in the trucks in the Nationwide Series races, but did not play out in the Cup. He was one of those drivers who got trapped a lap down pretty early and never recovered. I believe that he pitted on the green flag that majority of the field did, you know, when everyone came down just after me spinning out and a caution didn't come out for that. That's probably when the 18 came down pit road, and a lot of people got fucked during that time as well. I don't move anywhere with my victory tonight, but I do solidify a little bit bigger gap between me and the 16 car Biffle. It was only 1 point difference between me and 6th spot. Now I'm like at least 20 or so that's going to give me a little bit of a cushion from dropping down, and I'm only 2 races away from, I believe, taking over the point lead anyway, because I got the most wins on the regular season. But if it's anything like last year where we went to the Nashville Fairgrounds, I gave up all those bonus points that first week and I dropped completely down to the bottom. So just because I might be looking pretty now doesn't mean it's going to set me up for a great chase. I still got to perform freaking fantastic for 10 weeks in order to try and get a championship, which is the ultimate goal. I know last season I just wanted to be a part of the show. This season I'm trying to fucking win the championship. I was questioning it a little bit throughout the summer months because we were struggling, but we're still here in 5th. We're still here. Carl Edwards, I don't know what happened to him at the end of the race. He was a top 5 contender, even a contender for the race win, but got damaged in one of those last couple of wrecks. I don't know what happened, but when I drove by, he was pulling it down on the last couple of laps of the race with some heavy front nose damage. Might have gotten caught up in that Kane wreck and just couldn't make it to the end. Really good night for Kevin Harvick, who is in 10th in points right now. He's just looking to hang on for 2 more weeks until the chase gets cut off. He's barely hanging on, but he's there. Casey Kane Shane, last guy out of the points, who really needed to have a strong night tonight to try and close that gap, did not, got wrecked a couple of times, and now has extended that gap from 13th on into the top 12 in points. Going to be highly unlikely this next couple of weeks to see if any of these guys can punch their way into the top 12, and just keep an eye out. Something might happen. More than likely, the top 12 that are currently in points are the ones that are going to be there for the chase. Denny Hamlin was having a decent night tonight, got trapped a lap down, and that's where his problem started. Towards the end of the race, he got involved in a couple of wrecks and then wound up DNFing because his damage was too heavy and the engine was just spewing smoke out through the hood, and the team couldn't do anything about it. Sadler, I gotta give some flowers to Sadler. He led some laps tonight for the first time, I think, all season long, and if it wasn't for what happened at the end of the race, he got into an altercation with the 84 car as well, but it didn't bring out a caution like it did with the number 9 car, and that kind of cost him a decent finish. Page number 3, some guys that had some decent finishes. Reed Sorensen had a great run, same with the 22 of Dave Blaney. Gotta give flowers to those guys as well. They ran up in the top 10 pretty much all night and avoided getting trapped a lap down. Guess these guys were just smart enough not to pit under green at Bristol. That's really the golden egg that got them the top 10 spot. And the final page of points, couple of guys again had great runs out of this camp too, but nothing to really change anything about their point situation. Maybe gain one spot or two here or there, but these guys have been swapping back and forth all season and not going anywhere. That is it for the Bristol night race in 2008. I hope you guys enjoyed the different commentators' perspective of the Bristol race. I really wanted to somehow show what I went through in order to get this victory. It was just too good in order not to try and make into a video. And I plan on doing this often, but if I happen to record a race and it's just fantastic, then I'm going to work it into the series, work it onto the channel somehow. This definitely took a lot more work than a normal recording, me just behind the wheel. I had to grab like all the scenes and voice over the scenes to make sure the audio levels were right and stuff. I don't think I'll be doing this too much. I like playing NR2003 on and off camera, so those moments just happen sometimes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments or leave a like. I greatly appreciate the feedback you guys give me. It helps me out to try and figure out, you know, what works and what doesn't. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.